Buddy, welcome back to Trump Simulator 2025. Yeah, we're starting in with a bang on this one. Look, we've done some streams in the past, right? We've done a decent number of streams, in fact. I think I'm actually up to 12 by now. I'm not sure. It could be more on YouTube. I mean, if we're counting Twitch, I'd be at like 20. But we are absolutely ready to get started. Now, I know there's a couple of individuals that are going to show up here, and that'll be good. Moderation. Why is it sending me this message now? Choose a can participate. No, I don't think so. Okay, well, now that YouTube's done probing me on moderation, we're going to be doing something very clear here today, and I'm actually not sure what I'm getting myself into, because I've played the base game, as you may guess, and by guess, I mean, go check out the video where I do that, please. It's right there, right? And I am still technically editing, as in barely started, editing an episode 2 of this, but it's there, right? It's on YouTube, and other people have made stuff with it. We're going to be doing the Musk DLC here today, and it is going to be quite exciting. All right, let me just make sure everything is good. Now, this game is very quiet, so I'm putting, just like what I did with the game mashup stream, I'm putting on some jazz in the background, because you need something, right? Otherwise, you're just going to hear my jet engine fan, and, well, I mean, it's fine, but that's not exactly the best. Alright. Let's get started here. Alright. Let's do this. Play as Musk DLC. Excuse me? What? Something has gone awry. What? Oh, something has seriously gone awry. Okay, it looks like the DLC is not loading. What? Install Steam? What? Ain't this typical? Something weird happens right as I start. Yeah, that's about the most typical thing you could possibly get here. Alrighty. Well, that's fantastic. Technical difficulties already. Let's see. Yep, I'm just checked. Got it in my library. Alright. Well, that is interesting. Here, in that case, we are restarting the game, which is A-okay. Oh, I was going to bring up a million different topics, but now I'm not exactly sure which one I'm going to bring up. I don't know. Welcome into the chat. I'm not sure who that is just yet, but I'm sure it will be affirmed quite soon enough. Okay, let's get the music here. Yeah, DLC is being weird. It definitely ain't Steam, because I've got everything on Steam fully good. Why is Joe Biden talking in the background? You serious? Alright, well, in that case, we're going to change of plans then. Instead of the Musk DLC, which it's funny, I made an entire thumbnail for it and everything. Instead of this, looks like there's been some technical difficulties, so we're doing the base game, which is A-okay, because I still haven't nuked everybody yet. Of course, I'm kidding, but, you know, sort of, not really. Okay, let's see. That's interesting, okay. Check out the DOGE board last night. Hang on, what'd that say? I kind of missed half of that. I wasn't really paying attention. Okay, let's see. What was I thinking of? Hey, and I can always look. I'm looking back at the stream, so I'm gonna see what it said. Oh, it was epic. Was the last part? Okay. Well, it's fine because I mean the thumbnail is fitting after all. Although I will need to change the title because the title is a little bit. Actually, skip that. I'll do that after the fact, maybe. Or I could also. What's my alternative to that? I guess getting the achievement. That makes sense. Alright. Well, while we have some technical difficulties, it doesn't seem like anybody's in here yet. Or at least according to my thing here. So, let's see. Let me head to my dashboard here. Let's see. Alright, just making sure everything's good here. Alright, live. Very nice. Okay. Here you go. Trump Simulator 2025. We're going to change the title to... What is the achievement name? Unemployed Final Boss? That's what we're doing. Alright, put some quotes around that. And we are good to go. Alright. And I can stay true to the title by simply doing things that Elon would do. Which aren't probably very good things for the sake of... Why? Dang, I think I'm moving a whole... Jesus, voice crack after voice crack, right? I'm moving a whole lot faster than I usually do in this game. Maybe I just haven't played in a while. That's the third voice crack already. Okay. I'm gonna knock. Also, I learned something last time, so I'm not sure if anybody watched that video. Jeez, okay. I'm not sure if anybody actually watched that video before, but something I noticed halfway through the video was there started to be this annoying background sound, and I'm not sure how many times people really thought about it or even noticed it, but I certainly noticed it, mostly because I tend to drown myself out because it's me talking, so, you know, obviously, it's, like, I hear myself talk. I don't need to hear myself talk, you know, I already talk on my own, obviously. So, with that in mind, I would notice background sounds, and it was this MP3 thing here that kept doing it. So, I'm not going to turn that on, because that would be frustrating. Instead, yeah, I'm going to avoid something like that. Okay, so we got all our same stuff here. So really the difference this time is going to be the policy, quote-unquote, that we start installing here. So because this is on stream, unlike last time, we're going to do something very different. By very different, I mean I'm going to be taking suggestions for laws and for actions. That is right. I will let the chat decide the laws. Is it a good idea? Hell no. But I'm going to do it anyways. Alright, let's start with, while I'm waiting on people, let's request some Coke. There you go. Alright. Oh yeah, everybody get out here. Get out. Why are there different heights? Why? Oh my god, okay. Alright. Okay, yeah, that is a lot of Coke. Alright, let me take a look at my laptop here. Okay, yeah, we got our different things here. Okay, maybe I should get the nuclear codes up and running just while we're getting started here, you know, just for later, so I don't have to type it in and whatnot. Alright. And alright, just checking on some stuff. Okay, let's see, let's get the nuclear launch codes up and running. Trinidad and Tobago. There we are, very nice.
Go, Adam.
Alright, there we are.
Bravo. Whiskey. 2.
GAPBW2. Submit. There we are. Now, we don't want to nuke Trinidad and Tobago yet. However, just getting it started, right? Just getting the here, just so I don't accidentally nuke an insignificant country for no reason, I'm going to turn this to, like, a default option, like North Korea, because we all love North Korea, right? So, just in case little Kimmy wants a little visitor, then I'll keep it on him. Jesus, if I can find the dang thing. Every time I go to nuke North Korea, there's a problem. Okay, there we go. Got that set up. Alright, now that that's set up and we're all in good and dandy positions, let's go jack around like usual. We got our secret compartment here with this oddly overpowered and highly advanced flamethrower. Boring, stupid gun. I don't know about that one. I will never get over this book here. Good book, actually, is what it's labeled, implying that he's read the full thing. Okay, I kind of want to drink all of these and gain a crap ton of weight. So, let me explain. Now, you don't have to sit here for 3 hours straight, of course, but the achievement that we're gunning for now, it's, well, long story short, it's sort of you have to play for 3 hours, right? So, if I'm going to be here for a while, then I'm going to be doing a lot of stupid stuff. And that includes getting very fat and burning lots of calories, right? Getting very fat. I know it's not a very educated statement, but it's what I'm going with nonetheless. Very in character. Really brings out his eyes. Indeed it does. It's beautiful. Can I actually... Oh, I can. I don't know if I've done this before. I don't think I've gotten on this couch yet. Beautiful picture of J.D. Vance there. Let's get the radio on. You can't hear it very well, actually. Especially now with the jazz in the background. Yeah, you can't really hear it. You can, however, turn on some music on here. And also, cool point, on my YouTube video, I had this music playing in the background. It was not copyrighted, and it was not copyrighted for anyone else, which means that the music isn't a problem. Can I actually shift? Okay, I thought I could maybe move this somewhere, but no, you can't change its position. Alright. Hang on, are there more songs on here? Or am I just imagining that? I feel like this one's new, but I'm not sure. Oh, maybe. Maybe not. Let's get our music on here. Let's turn the volume up, too. I miss your... Or should we do... What song should we do, guys? Not entirely sure. I mean, they're all terrible. There's May I Have This Vance. Screw it. Actually, unless somebody comes up with a decision, I'm going to go with this. It's very fitting, given the picture, the painting, the beautiful sketch that we just observed. It could go in the Smithsonian for sure. In like 30 years. Not now. God, definitely not now. In the meantime, check out some things beforehand. I definitely don't want to click on this again. Definitely not that. Not like last time. That was definitely a nightmare last time. Okay, we got our military, got our economy, we got our beautiful laws here, which, just so you know, I will make sure to pass every single law that is suggested to me in chat. As long as it's not, like, too horrifying, right? Like, I don't know, I don't want something that's horribly, out of... What is this? Oh! I remember now. Okay, so, a couple of things. First of all, apparently every time you play this game, it saves every single one of your laws for some reason, even though the map itself resets. So what you end up having is a bunch of laws that you passed in the past. I know, redundant speech there, but technically they're two separate words. Yeah, so like, I had passed this law in the video that I haven't uploaded yet. Any Chinese vessel that enters an 8,000-mile radius of the United States will automatically be blown to hell. The joke behind this being that the video that I haven't uploaded yet, I'm essentially doing a run as the Enclave from Fallout. That's essentially what I'm doing. Same with this. Like, here we go. Every American citizen will be gifted a free 50 caliber machine gun and 2,000 bullets, not very much, for starting ammunition. Additionally, all Americans that reach age 5 will be required to learn how to shoot a firearm. I didn't know if there was anything more than that, so I scrolled down. Let's see. President Donald J. Trump does not have to abide by any law of any country at any time. There you have it. You know what they say, you pass a law in one country and it applies to every other country you go to. Is it true? Well, depends on who has the power, right? Like, nobody's going to walk up to the United States and go, hey, you can't just be walking into our country and doing whatever you want, right? Because then, boom, you nuke them, right? And they have no nuclear arsenal. I know, we don't exactly do things by the book here. Not in this game. In this game, you decide whatever the most horrifying outcome is, and you go with that. Man, this is a nice view. I'm guessing this is the Gulf of America. Oh, I just tried to inhale the air, and instead I think I just inhaled dust in my lungs. But that's okay, because you know what they say, the dust is really just the dust of productivity. I know it's a little bit repetitive, but I don't know, that was my motivational speaker and mentor once said that. My mentor, like Mr. Miyagi or like Uncle Iroh, except I'm pretty sure he had several different learning disabilities, but it's alright. He was a good mentor. He definitely was, for sure. Right? He told me one thing. One of the best piece of advice he ever gave me was, Donald, always keep your finger on the trigger. Right? He said, gun safety? Never heard of it. What are you talking about, safety? That's funny. You're handling a gun, wacko. There's no such thing as safety. You know what there is, though? There's a safety setting on your gun. What are you, a teenager in a movie? You're going to turn the safety on before you handle a gun? Come on. No, you keep your finger on the trigger. And then when somebody jumps out and surprises you, they get shot. Right? That's their fault. They shouldn't have jumped out and surprised you. You're the president of the United States. Now, it's funny because he told me that like 45 years ago. So I wasn't actually president of anything, really. But, I mean, it was kind of cool. You know, he believed in me. He thought I'd be president. Not sure if he said president. I think he said something like low-life scumbag was the way he worded it, but it doesn't really matter. It's relevant now. Anyways, I'm going to close this. This is depressing. Much better. Pure like marble. If you get it, you get it. Alright, well, we're moving on. Where's the dang... Okay, there we go. Let's get down to the lower section here. Check out what we're dealing with. First, though, I'm feeling a little bit like enacting some horrifying violence. Sir! There you go. Thank you for the drink. I appreciate it. Oh, wow. Dang. Is that lipstick? Oh, and he's gone. Okay. Oh, he left me a drink. It's a little bit warmer than usual, but don't mind if I do. Damn. 700 calories? In that little freaking 12-ounce... That wasn't even 12. I think that was 6 ounces of soda. I had this exact same discussion to myself last time when I played this. Right? I was like, oh, is that 12 ounces? No, it's got to be 6 ounces, right? And I kept going back and forth with myself. Either way, it will not have 700 calories. Okay. Blow dry my wig, explore the plane, launch 20 nukes, drive my... that thing, and lower egg prices. I did all this stuff last time, just so everybody knows, and it didn't really matter. Alright, well, I could run on a treadmill, or I could kill more people, so I think I'm going to run on a treadmill after I consume too many calories for my liking. Oh yeah, there we go. Every last soda. Bring out another, peasant! Very nice. Very nice. You fell. You're a failure. You too. I didn't even call for a third guy, I didn't think, but it's fine. It doesn't matter now. There we go. This is nice. Feels good being king. President. President. Man. I feel like a king, though. I'm living like a king. Certainly. I'm going to close this window, though. Kings don't like sunlight. right? We like staying indoors, hiding away from the world, and you know, when your people revolt, let them eat cake. That's what they say, right? By the way, I'm pretty sure that's a myth that, what was it, like Louis the Fourth? I don't remember which of the King Louis was in charge during the beginning of the French Revolution. His wife. It's a myth that she said, let them eat cake, and then, you know, they murdered her. Well, it wasn't a myth that they killed her, right? They definitely hung her head on a stake, but, you know, everything else about it. President Musk, Musk left his toys out again. No, it was probably one of his, like, 14 children. It was definitely them. Well, one thing's for sure, he is rich, because no other kind of person could afford toys that can survive, you know, how hot is this? Like, I don't know, 300 degrees Celsius with a flamethrower? It's probably lower than that, but not with our technology. Our technology, it's like super Earth. Nothing gets hotter. I know. I was practicing that for my wedding vows, but I think I'll just deal with it here. Okay, let's see, how many calories we consumed? 5,600? I mean, that's like the average Texan, right? That's not really, that's not an excess of calories considering the average calorie consumption in the lower southern states. I'm not going to name any names, even though I just did, but, you know. All right, let's see what we got here. Milkshake, Tonsa burger, Tonsa hot dog. First, I'm going to go steal some money from the average taxpayer dollars. Here, let's take a look here. Taxes on the working class, we're just going to... Okay, I'm just going to increase that a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Get the taxes a little bit higher. Okay, we're good. All right, feeling good? Feeling a little better. 300%. That's beautiful. That is wonderful. That is magnificent. What is down there? I thought I saw... Maybe that was the U.S. dollar goblin, right? Or should I just say an Indian? That was pretty racist. I'm just gonna pretend that didn't happen. Okay, kickbacks processed here. Go ahead and cash out. Cash in, I mean. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. The dollars are phasing through the tube, but it doesn't matter. The money is going right into my pockets. They couldn't make this gap a little bit bigger? Really? There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. That is magnificent. Yes, indeed. Indeed. Let it flow. Let the dollars flow, my friends. There we go. That is absolutely beautiful. Okay. Now that I have $10,600 in my wallet, which, to be frank, Trump definitely has a whole lot more than several $1,000s in his pocket. Matter of fact, he doesn't really need to embezzle money. He's already a billionaire. I think his net worth is like $5.6 billion, I believe. I looked at that the other day, but I don't remember. I don't know. Different sources say different things when it comes to net worth. They're around like 3 to 6 billion, though. That's the average count. Okay, I don't really want to do this whole Cybertruck thing again, but I guess I will, you know, if I start getting bored or something. All right, let's see. Still got Quanon. Kanan. I like Kanan. That's nice. I mean, he's dead. Like, you know, however you pronounce his name, it don't really matter. That's pretty much however you remember him. And I remember him as a red-blooded American that is now currently laying in a golden casket, if you can even call this that. Hell, he's just in a golden box in the middle of Jack Nowhere on Air Force One, wearing his favorite hat, a MAGA hat. You don't have any writing on it. It's really just a red baseball cap, but I don't know. He'd like us to remember. I'm looking at this man, and his bones look like they're made of adamantium. Is this just me? Like, not only is his skeleton perfectly preserved, with no preservatives present, but like... Oh, I can get on top of this. Can I crouch? Oh, still can't crouch. Look at this man's skeleton. Dang. Like, his bones, they're like a nice clean metallic color. I mean, that looks like adamantium. It looks like Wolverine's skeleton. I'm thinking of like the beginning of Deadpool and Wolverine right now. That's what his skeletal system looks like. I mean, hell, no wonder he lasted till age 97. This man was basically Wolverine. Except didn't have a healing factor, clearly. Otherwise, he would have lasted like 200 years. I don't know. He's probably one of those guys I'm almost positive I made this joke last time, but I'm going to do it again. I'm almost positive he's one of those guys that put himself down as like age 300 and something on Social Security, right? He's one of them vampires. We got Count Dracula in the United States having Social Security paid. All right. Blow dry my wig. Beautiful. Absolutely wonderful. Here, let's get a better angle here. Very nice. Very nice. So we're just going to do this for an extra minute. I want you all to just focus. Focus on the wig. Not the wig party. Just the wig. Focus on it. You see the locks move? There we go. Let's get a different angle in here. Magnificent, isn't it? Doesn't it just remind you of an old tale? Frankly, it is quite an old tale. It is quite the fascinating tale, in fact. Indeed. Why did it just immediately reset like that? I don't think the physics are making much sense here, developer. I'm looking at you, Luke. Yeah, I remember your name from the introduction. That's right. Explain this. Explain what I'm seeing right here. That's not how hair works, my friend. It's not how hair works at all. I'm disappointed. I am very disappointed. Indeed. I suspected that the wig would be a little bit stronger, but it seems I was wrong. Alright, we're going to embezzle some money and then cover it up. There we go. Oh, it does collect up. Never mind. Give me more of that. Okay, we'll come back and cash that in later, but for now, hang on, can I get more? There we go. That's right, more money. More money on the working class. The working class do not deserve their taxpayer dollars. They don't deserve any dollars. I deserve their dollars. It is for that reason that we will succeed, my friends. My fellow Americans, we will succeed. You know why we're going to succeed? Because we're going to milk everyone in America of their dollars. Suddenly everyone will be poor. And if everyone's poor, no one's poor. Ain't that right? Just ask Soviet Russia. Except it's not communism because I have all the money. All right, well, we're going to go get some more calories stocked up. There we go. Beautiful. 700 calories per drink. That's what I like to see. Let's get a milkshake in here. It's kind of a lousy milkshake. 1,900 calories. Dang! What is in that milkshake? They put a whole cow in there or something. Alright, Tonsa Burger. Okay, when I say that looks like plastic, I don't even think plastic looks that clean. That's some holographic meatloaf right there. What is that? Okay, I guess. Tonsa Burger, 2,800 calories. Then I can only assume that Tonsa hot dog is going to be even more expensive. Wow, that is the most off-putting hot dog I've ever seen. That's what she said. Alright, I'm going to eat that. 2,100 calories. Okay. Well, now that we're just inevitably going to be obese once this is all finished, good thing there's no body physics, or I'd be looking down and I'd have a gut out to freaking here. From here to that wall there. Alright, well, let's get started here. Alright, there we go. Alright, we're doing this again. Yup. Running as fast as you can. Here, let's get some... Oh. Okay. How do I back out? I need to back out. Oh, there we go. Back to self is usually not the describing word for backing out. Okay. Let's see. We'll play some music here. We're going to go with this. Beautiful. May I have this Vance? Not may I have this dance. Just Vance. This one goes out to the Vice President. Ain't he a smooth one? Beautiful. You too, Putin. You and your weird anchor arms. Blowing a kiss. We're not doing that to this one. That's a little bit on the homo side. All right, let's get back on the treadmill. Let's get started. Ooh, here we go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Those calories do not stand a chance against us. Oh, not even close. You can hear it. I'm spamming my keyboard like I'm playing Mortal Kombat. I almost said 11. Mortal Kombat 1. Speaking of Mortal Kombat 1, I don't know. Given the fact that I'm pursuing an achievement right now, I don't think I'm actually going to play Mortal Kombat 1 tonight. I'd like to, though. You know, I'm not sure if I should stream the full 3 hours of pursuing this achievement, but I will certainly try. I don't know, maybe I'll do like 2 hours of it and then leave my computer on and then watch like To Love Ru or something. It's kind of a perfect transition while I'm running nonsensically on this treadmill and losing an insufficient amount of weight. You know, it's just making me think like, you know, I actually thought ahead of time. I always think about what I'm going to say when it comes to conversations, and then also on stream I think about what I'm going to say. And anime. I mean, anime is a big part of my channel. Not to like play stuff inherently, or at least I don't know. I mean, I have a good amount of visual novel games. And by good amount, I mean probably more than like 95% of the population. But I wouldn't choose to play most of them on the channel because people would get bored. I mean, they'd last a long time, right? And so, yeah, I mean, it's hard to comment over that much of a game. Really, I'd actually say visual novels are one of the easier games to comment on. There's a lot to comment on. But it's just like, I don't know. There's too much of it, you know? And also, it's kind of awkward reading a lot of it. Especially because, essentially, the main character in most of the visual novel games, actually I think in all the visual novel games that I have, the main character, they don't talk. Or they don't talk like they don't have a voice, essentially. And so, here, I'm going to turn the music down, dang it. Alright, well we just burned 30,453 calories, so that was pretty good. Why am I over here? Okay. Yo, what's up, Barker? I'm glad you'd finally join us. I mean, you're a bit later than I was expecting, but better late than never, my friend. All right, yeah, we're doing all the laws and stuff a little bit later. I just got done running on the treadmill and playing. Can I have this Vance? That's right. May I have this Vance? Not may I have this dance. Also, analyst Caden Barker, this is your first time watching me play Trump Simulator 2025, because I didn't stream this last time. I did this in a normal video, which, by the way, you can check out that video on the channel. Dang, I'm still 332.7 pounds after all that. Jesus. Okay, well, one thing is absolutely for certain. I'm going to eat even more. That's right. All the calories. Totes a hot dog. Here we go. Beautiful. Totes a burger. Beautiful. All of them. Every last drop. That is what I like to see. I watched some of it. Oh, that is right. I think you mentioned that at one point. Here we go. Every burger is mine. Oh, you missed the main event earlier. Damn! I'm at 114,600 calories consumed in a day. That is insane. Alright, I'm grabbing the flamethrower. I'm about to... Oh, yeah, take a look here. Maybe I should do a tour. Blow kiss. Not gay at all. I'm gonna do a tour. I did this in the last video that I did of this game, but I don't know. Also, just so you know, the plan was to do the Elon Musk DLC, but apparently the DLC it doesn't work. So I figured that out pretty fast. So then, with that in mind, we're just gonna be going for the achievement, right? The last achievement, in fact. The achievement is essentially play the game for 3 hours straight. So I'm not sure if I'm going to do a 3-hour stream or whether I'm going to do a 2-hour stream and then just keep my computer on for the last third hour and then watch like till Rue. There's a lot to do now that there's actually somebody to talk to here. I know there's another person in chat as well. Glad to see you here. And yeah, I mean, I was going to go into rambling about anime, but I think first we're going to jack around a little bit and then probably I'm going to give a little tour. Just a quick tour, because I already did it in the video. We're going to request a bunch of Coke. There we go. Come on out, fellas. Here, I'll close this up for you. Oh, I just cleaved them in half. There we go. Thank you for your service. God bless America. Oh, you too. No, you're not getting away. In fact, you weren't moving at all, really. There we go. Oh, I saw one down there. Open it up. You're not hiding. Where's he at? Let me at him. Let me embezzle some money. Let's see how much this gives me. But damn! Dude, I just got like $100,000 from that. That is what I like to say. Oh, by the way, while you weren't here, I bumped the taxes on the working class up to 1,000%. Just so you know. Basically, everybody is beyond homeless. Okay, like, this ain't even the Great Depression. This is the Great Hell of 2025, okay? You're welcome, America. I'll drop it down once the egg prices get reduced. But for now, we're keeping it up. Alright, so let's do a little tour. Ignore all the soda cans lying around. Here, I'll drink some of this. Don't ask me why a 6-ounce can of soda has 700 calories in it. I don't know what the hell they put in this stuff. Alright, we're locking the hatch up. Alright, request Coke. There we go. Every last drop. Get them in here. That's right, all of you. And there's no exit either. Yep. No chance. No chance. Some of them are getting through. Dang. Wow, that is a lot of burning maids. Hell yeah. That's right, Barker. Man, we're just going to be as terrible as we want today. Ain't that great? Also, I realized that, I said this at the beginning of the stream. I'm going to say it again. Just because, you know, there weren't any people here when I said it. That, during the video, there's a sound effect in the background. That was pretty annoying. I learned that was caused by this fart MP3 here. So I'm not going to turn that on. Because otherwise, that would be bothering me the entire time. And probably bothering you too. Alright. We're going to open up the secret compartment. I'm going to give a quick tour. So, I mean, this is a secret compartment, as you've obviously seen. So that's the first little thing. Can I grab the... I'm trying to grab the soda that's bothering me. It's phasing through the... Okay. Alright, let's take a look here. So, we got the office here with tons of Coke. I can't tell if it'd be worse if it were Diet Coke or regular Coke. But it's a lot of soda. Should turn it on? No. Definitely not. Dude, that was a nightmare during the video. Alright, so we got the main office desk here. We got the laptop, the beautiful laptop. What's it labeled as? Hunters don't touch. Okay, I was kind of expecting something a little more amusing. So we got our main laptop here. We got the request Coke button that you've probably already seen. Here's the radio. I would turn it on, but it's pretty quiet, actually, and it really doesn't do anything too special. Also, just so you know, the jazz music in the background, that's not a part of the game. I added that. So, like, because this game is normally silent, basically, besides the little sound effects. So it's kind of awkward walking around. All you hear is my fan in the background. That is unless you turn the music on here, which, by the way, the music isn't copyrighted, so that's cool. Alright, so we got all this. Beautiful American flag. We got things to do. Explore the plane. Blow dry my wig. Launch 20 nukes. Dry my cyber suck. Lower egg prices. There you go. And there you have it. I've already blow dried my wig. In fact, I did that for like 2 minutes earlier. Explore the plane, obviously. Also, just so you know, you can't actually cross off anything on this list. So, don't ask. Oh, excellent. Click the menu button. Two of the smartest people I know. Beautiful. Alright. There's a lot of paintings around here. We got the chair of this here. It's interesting. I wouldn't read it out loud, though. That's definitely not what you want. Okay, we got the print money right here. We got a nice printer. United States of Musk. Sponsored by DOGE. There we go. Pick up dollar bill. Perfect. Ben Franklin. $100. Amazing. We got the vending machine here with all your favorite calorie-infested, sugar-infested drinks and food right here. We got a nice, beautiful picture, beautiful sketch of J.D. Vance. Really brings out his eyes. You know, you could just tell. Just look at the details right there. It's magnificent. Anyways, we got the windows that I closed earlier because it was depressing, staring off into nowhere. We're flying over the Gulf of America right now. That's right, Gulf of Mexico no more. It's the Gulf of America. It's more accurate too. All right, and then we let's see what else we got over here. Ventilation, that's pointless. We got this. Am I trans? And other LGBTQ questions. Vicky. Good book, actually. Implying that he's read it before. And then we have probably the funniest thing in this game. The phone, which I'll call some people in a minute here. We got Elon Musk's little mini desk, President Musk. Musk left his toys out again. He's got his mini phone. His phone's not connected to anything. It's damn right. Doesn't have any reason to be. We have here blow kiss. Perfect. Just absolute perfection. They've nailed it 100%. I forgot I can turn this TV on. Billionaire inventor Leon Rush replies no comment after reports that his new electric cars killed 47 people this year after their onboard AI malfunctioned and drove into pedestrians. Computer thought the children were traffic cones. Mysterious substance found in popular breakfast cereal marketed to kids. Scientists call it toxic formaldehyde. The company calls it funny dust. Price of gas soars to over $10 a gallon. Again. President Trump blames transgenders. All this woke transgender nonsense is making the gas go up. They're raising the prices and they're going to make them stop. Oh, we're going to make them stop. I said they. His remarks were met with thunderous applause from his supporters and a 25-minute standing ovation from the Saudi oil companies. Popular social media giant Narcobook sued for allegedly hypnotizing over 1 billion customers through their patented subliminal light pattern technology. 4 million customers reported having an uncontrollable urge to purchase exactly $1,000 in ads on Narcobook for absolutely no conceivable reason. It's like Danganronpa. They just play a freaking frequency and then everybody gets brainwashed instantly. God, that is the... I'm going to rant about that a little bit after we tour this. I mean, we got plenty of time on our hands here. Alright, down here in the basement area, ain't it beautiful? It's perfect, pearly white walls. Here, right here, beautiful American flag right next to the Mexican flag, without the insignia in the middle, or emblem, I suppose. I mean, both, technically, both mean the same thing. We got the wall right here, little model wall. I'll add a brick, just for the sake of our convenience. There we go. Magnificent. Oh, yeah. I'm going to add every last brick. Damn it, one fell. Remove brick. I command you to move. Okay, there we go. How do I add it back? Oh, there we go. It's good enough. It'll be the lone brick off to the side. Okay, we got our treadmill here, which, as you saw earlier, lost 8.46 pounds and or 30,453 calories. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, especially when you weigh like 300 and something pounds. Which there's an achievement in this game to get down to like 100 pounds. That'd be impressive. I don't know if that'd be healthy, though, going from like 300 to 100 really quick. I'm not going to name any names, but, you know, Oprah Winfrey. Ugh, my lungs. Okay. Let's see. Merry Christmas from Congress 2024. And that guy looks like he's infected with the rage virus from 28 weeks later. Technically days later as well. The whole franchise, right? I'm actually pretty sure I've made that joke before, but I'm going to do it again. Also, this image is definitely AI because, first of all, the cleanliness of it is uncanny. Second of all, the wrinkles, ironically, look too perfect and exaggerated. We're going to play how to spot the AI right here. We're doing a little Where's Waldo. So let's walk through the lesson. The two things I just mentioned. Let's do a third thing. First of all, almost said first of all. That would have been stupid and almost ironically redundant. Look at this guy's teeth. Now, I know there's a lot of tooth decay out there, and I know there's a lot of people who can't afford good dental hygiene and dental care, but, yeah, that's not how teeth work, and that's not how teeth look. That guy looks like he's got, like, milk teeth, and they're separated in a way that, I mean, it's obnoxious. Look at the left side of this guy's mouth. Like, where'd all the teeth go? Look at the top. His two front teeth are the same size as the rest of his teeth. But then look at those bottom two front teeth. Hell, not even that. Look at the bottom three teeth. Well, they all look like canines. But they're not sharp either. They're this weird... It's like this weird mutated milk tooth. I don't understand. It's like something straight out of Fallout. And then don't even get me started on this man in the back here. These two men in the back. That guy's eyes... Anytime you see something that looks like it should be out of, not a horror movie, but it looks like it's from a horror movie. Come on. Anything that looks like this, cross-eyed, but also, you know, sheep-eyed at the same time, it's AI, right? And then that guy in the back, there's no facial detail. That other guy in the back's way worse. Dang. You see that? No eye detail either. She's faded out of the picture. That guy, I don't even remember what he looks like. He kind of reminds me of the Roach hiding in Edgar's skin in Men in Black. That's what that reminds me of. And then notice all of these wheelchairs are in generally a good order, and then you just got this thing in the background. Like a demon looming over everybody. Like, what's that all about? And then I don't even know what that is. So, there you go. Merry Christmas from Congress 2024. Guaranteed Musk sent this picture. There's no way he didn't. Sponsored by ChatGPT. Version 4. I'm kidding, of course, but what version are we on anyways? Alright, we got the nuclear suitcase here. Already blow-dried my wig earlier. It moves in a way that doesn't make sense. Observe. Yeah, that's not how... It's not how hair works. It's certainly not how physics works, but it's all right. We'll just skip over it. And I already commented on this earlier, but this man clearly has adamantium bones, and he died at age 97. Kanan will be missed. That's right. Murdered by the woke left, we suspect. That's right. Just going to go ahead and blame it on them. Then we got our beautiful detective board here. All the things that the trans are linked to. So we got this here. There we go. In case you didn't know that the trans were linked to the Clintons, now you do. Now you know. It's the direct cause of Bill Clinton and everything he's ever done. Right there. This is the cause. And then Hillary Clinton in 2016, rigged election. Right there. All caused by the trans. You know it. I know it. He knows it. My chief of staff knows it. Musk probably knows it too. How much are we going to embezzle here? A lot. A whole bang lot. Alright, I think I've tortured the working class enough. I'm going to lower the tax prices back down to 100%. Just to make it fair. And then everybody can cheer. I'll tell them that I'll blame it on somebody else. And then tell them that I dropped it down from 1,000 to 100%. I mean, they'll worship me after that. They don't already. There we go. Get that down to a nice number. 100. 100 is what we're looking for. And if it doesn't get to 100, bad things are going to happen. Nah, we're not even doing 100%. We're dropping it back down to 10%. When we're at 10%, we're going to do it. 5%. Beautiful. Beautiful. Right there. 10% to 5%. We've done it. The working class. They're in the palm of my hand now. Just like communist China, but better, because it also has blue, and it also has white. No yellow. Still has red. Just not communist red. Red, white, and blue red. That's right. If you get the reference, you get the reference. Okay, well, now that we've jacked around enough, I was going to rant about anime before, and I've lost my train of thought. One thing I do remember, however, there's actually shadows in this game. Huh. Ain't it amazing how, like, AAA video game studios can't do this crap, and then one single dude who's probably in his, like, early to mid-20s managed to do this by himself with minimal effort? That's incredible. I don't know if minimal effort's the right case, but, I mean, dang. I should say minimal funding. That's probably the best way to put it. But, I mean, honestly, this is incredible. Anyways, like I mentioned earlier with the whole... We'll let this roll. With the whole... Bro, why did it flip to that of all things? Really? Seriously? Okay. But I mentioned Danganronpa earlier with that stupid brainwashing crap. I mean, dude, anybody who's ever watched the... now, Danganronpa didn't originate as an anime, right? It originated as a set of visual novels. Right, it was an anime style, but it was not an anime TV show, I mean. And so it originated as a game, and then a second game, and so on. And then they did do a season 1 for it. And the season was basically just an anime of the first game, right? And that's what I watched. It was good, right? I mean, it was pretty much just the same thing as the game. But then they did the hope/despair arcs, which I don't even know what to say about all that. That was egregious, okay? Because in the despair arc, essentially the main villain creates... her plan is beyond convoluted, and I'm not going to explain it. But essentially, she gets it to work by essentially getting everybody at Hope's Peak Academy on her side, right? So it's kind of like a glorified high school, essentially. She manages to get their support from, like, the basic, I guess, the equivalent of, like, the working class there. She gets all their support, and for some reason, a bunch of high school students, maybe 1,000 people at most, supporting a cause. Apparently, that's, like... You know, essentially, in a nutshell, mass terrorism is apparently not good enough to warrant military or police action. Especially in a police state such as Japan. I don't see it. Anyways, that's not even the worst part. Worst part is she gets this one dude who's just kind of a rando. She gets him to make this frequency. Basically, it's a video. And the video brainwashes you into committing evil actions. Right, or in a sense, it drives you into despair. Essentially, is what it does. So pretty much, in other words, it's kind of like showing somebody a video of Johnny Somali. Right, it drives them insane right? Or Hassan, or somebody like that, right? And so you show them a video of it, they drive themselves mad, and then they do some weird or insane crap, right? Now, don't ask me how it works, because between anybody with common sense, it doesn't. It doesn't work, right? Like, the CIA spent the better half of a century trying to master mind control, and they didn't really get that close, right? Like, yeah, you had MK Ultra, but how much crap did they have to do to you in order to get stuff to work, you know? And then there is subliminal messaging, but you know what subliminal messaging is not able to do? Magically make literally millions of people commit random evil actions and or commit dishonorable seppuku, okay? I have no idea how you managed to get that to work. No less a freaking high school student, okay? And then also, apparently there's no such thing as, like, shutting off a broadcast. So, like, I don't even know how they got access to every single TV network in order to you know, broadcast it everywhere. Or a radio station or anything of the sort. I also don't know why watching a video would instantly trigger, you know, that kind of psychological response, right? Like, there's no hormonal alteration that would occur upon watching a video such as that. You know, I mean, it's nonsense, right? It's like, okay, sure, you could have watched Two Girls, One Cup, but it's like, it's not enough to drive you to instantaneous insanity, right? It's like what Ultron thinks humans are like. That's essentially what the video is supposed to be, I guess. I don't know, it don't make much sense. And then they do all this stuff where they give people like a lobotomy and then it changes them, and how do they know what to do or where to do it, and how does it not kill the individual that they're doing it to? I don't know. It's never explained, right? That's what we call plot devices. Something that is so convoluted, it don't make any sense. Matter of fact, I'm going to tweet about it right here. Let's see. The Danganronpa Despair arc was trash. I have 3 exclamation marks. I'm going to be dramatic about it. Like a bad celebrity. Let's see what else we can add here. Brainwashing doesn't work like that. I would know. Because I have used brainwashing to master the art, I keep spelling it wrong, of the deal. And then let's get in, let's get a hashtag Biden has dementia here. Biden, no, we want to have that with lowercase letters. Biden has dementia. Beautiful. Beautiful. Nothing could master it. Absolutely fantastic. I was talking about... Jesus, I just licked my hand on accident. Like, I was talking, and then, you know, I put my hand up to my mouth, and then I started talking. I sort of was about to start yelling something, and then accidentally boiled up. Add that. You got it, friend. Let's see, what else can I say here? I haven't finished. I'm just going to go with anything that's misspelled, because this is a tweet after all, and it's not really me typing this, right? It's your wonderful President Donald J. Trump. I haven't finished To Love Rue yet, because I'm still on the damn OVA. Seriously, what kind of anime makes you watch the OVA? And then we're gonna go hashtag. You wanted this, Parker. You wanted this. Hashtag orange chicken. That's how you get the one up there, because this is the hashtag and this is just the first part. You're welcome. You're welcome, my dear viewer. This is for the people. Let's take a look. We're getting some likes already. Let's get some music in here while we wait.
I miss your Musk.
There we go. I miss your Musk. Yes, the song is a double entendre, right? Like, on one end it means I miss you, Elon, and then the other it means I miss your smell, right? Which can be taken multiple different ways, neither of which I find positively. But you know,
We have the world, but we don't have each other.
that's right. Just take it all in. Take the music in.
You're always more than just a brother. I miss your Musk. I miss your Musk.
Biden just said, "What year is it?" Oh yeah, it's trending. It's trending, Barker. Did Biden just say, "Hold my beer"? Do chickens ever exist, or are they just eggs? This guy's named Quantum Goose 99. He's named Goose, and he's asking that. That's great. Who's stealing my dreams and why? The communists. That's who's stealing your dreams. I'm gonna turn into Ronald Reagan suddenly. That's right. It's the commies. They're stealing your dreams. They stole your wife. Then they're stealing your kids. Then they're stealing your dreams. Why are they stealing your dreams after your wife and kids? Simple. It's an intangible concept, so it takes a bit longer. Right? But your wife? KGB victim. Damn shame. Your kids? Just another casualty of war. Who cares? We sent them to Nam. It don't matter. You went to Vietnam. It's not our problem. Your dreams, however, that took a couple of years longer. It's all right. We got that, especially after all the tax stuff with you know what we're talking about, right? And then ever since Watergate, it's been a bad time. It's been a very bad time for your hopes and dreams. But hey, we're gonna blame it on the communists. Ain't that right? Who's stealing my dreams and why? Ask yourself, my friend. You know the answer. Did anyone else hear that beep? That'd probably be the beep of me about to nuke a country, but we'll wait on that a little bit longer. Trump's going to be the last person to leave. That's right. To leave Twitter. He's going to be the last person. That would actually probably be accurate. That makes sense. I think my chair is plotting against me. Is he red? Is it a red chair? If it's a red chair, destroy it. It's communist. That's it. Let's see what else. Some more people with the same opinions. Trump's Twitter feed is like an adult cartoon. What? It's a what? Okay, that's fantastic. Let's see what else we got here. Trump's hair defies gravity. It does though. The proof is in the details, my friend. We're opening it up. Run down. Check this out. It defies gravity. It does defy gravity. He is right. He is completely right. He is 100% on that. Right there. You just saw it first here. One more look. Beautiful. Give my wig a kiss. Ain't that magnificent? I don't know if it's sleep deprivation, but I'm feeling like a rabid animal today. Not because I'm dehydrated, just because, All right, let's take a look at what else we got here. Well, now that we've tweeted some random crap and done some other horrifying things, let's take a look at our Putin painting here. Oh, magnificent. Kind of looks like, I don't know, if All Might were Russian, this is what he'd look like. And if he were live action, he ain't animated. I actually really, now that I just brought that up, what do you think, Barker? What do you think, other people in chat, about seeing an anime version of Vladimir Putin. That'd be pretty funny, honestly. It'd be kind of like Gate, you know, where it's like modern military versus all this fantasy craps. There's dragons and people with swords, and then there's just modern military equipment. So then the people with machine guns just mow through any random foot soldier. That'd be pretty funny. I'd pay to see that. Heck, I'd pay for Crunchyroll just to see that. And I'm not even paying for Crunchyroll right now. And I watch a bunch of anime. So, I mean, that's an achievement, honestly. Take a look at that. Beautiful man. Absolutely beautiful. His inside isn't so beautiful. Not like that, but I mean like his heart. But that don't matter, right? When you're leading a country, you can be a heartless piece of filth as long as the money's flowing through. Isn't that right? I'm going to take a shower in it, too. I would sing in the shower, but we'd all be embarrassed if I did that, so we're just going to turn the shower back off. There we go. Feeling hydrated, feeling hygienic. Only if Trump is in the background, oiled up with the people cheering in the background so that the tweet can become a reality. It's a win-win for everybody. WX analyst Caden Barker, that is... Okay, well, for starters, that comment, I know that you actually typed that, but I swear to God, if any other human on this planet typed that, I would absolutely be totally 99% sure that an AI typed that. That seems exactly like an AI written statement. That don't seem like a human said that and worded that in that way. Second of all, is that money? I don't even know if it's money, really, from the shower. I don't know. Maybe it's like Japanese yen, because this is... I think it's too fast. I can't see it. It looks like somebody's pants are on the picture. It's definitely not American, U.S. dollars right there. All right. We're going to drink some soda. Okay. I'm about to play the funniest thing you've ever heard, so listen closely. All right, we're calling Biden first. You ready for this? I'm not sure how loud it's going to be. Turn the music off. It's kind of hard to hear him. Okay. Call Putin next. This one's probably the funniest one. He's just speaking in Russian and you hear the gunfire and screaming in the background. It's amazing. I'm not sure if you can hear Kim Jong-un's one very well, but if you call Kim, you can hear his prostitutes in the background. It's pretty funny. I think Kim's... I'll get into that after this next one. Call Zelensky's the final one. You hear them charging in the background. I love this game. Nobody could have made a better game, that's for certain. There's no shot. Oh, it gets better. It gets much better. Dude, I think it's funny because anytime you see anything with Kim Jong-un, it's like, it's weird seeing him because he does not behave like a scary world leader at all. Right? Like, normally when we think of horrifying dictators, we think of Hitler, we think of Stalin, we think of Mussolini, right? Like, Mussolini, he's a coward, or he was a coward, right? But it's like, even he comes off as just an unnerving individual, right? And it's like with Hitler and Stalin, they're very aggressive, right? And they obviously are severely disturbed mentally. Right, and then when you get to somebody like Kim Jong-un, like he's a dictator of probably the most oppressed country on the planet, and he's just he's kind of like that little fat kid, you know? He don't really do that much. He don't raise his voice a whole lot. He's kind of just there, you know? And he likes pop culture and whatnot, and it's like, okay, you seem like his sister, I don't know, she seems a little bit more radical than he is. And it's like, yeah, North Korea's big on, you know, threatening people with nukes and whatnot, but like, that's Kim hiding in his bunker behind a computer screen, right? You get him in person, he's just kind of this little thing that's sitting there. He's kind of like this little mouse that's squirreling around, and then you've got, you know, Trump, and you've got people like Putin, and they're these giant, you know, they're these gorillas of politics, and then you got Kim over here, and he's this little mouse squirreled up in the corner. He's like,
well, guys, I think maybe we can come to an agreement, and I think if we do this like this,
you know, it's like, he's not this threatening, I'm gonna kill you all and then take your land kind of individual, right? He's no Christopher Columbus either. He's kind of just this meek kind of sits back and hides in his bunker individual, right? And I think that's the case with a lot of dictators, is that they're cowards, right? And they seek the continuation of their power, but they're not really, like, some of them are pretty obviously you don't want to cross them, right? And it's like, if you're in North Korea, you're not going to want to cross Kim Jong-un, and probably if you're in China, I would assume if you're in China, it's probably the same way. But if you're anywhere else in the world, dude, you can talk smack about Kim forever, and you're not going to have any problems, right? If you talk smack about Stalin, he's going to send somebody half across the world just to kill you, just because he can, right? It's like, he actually hunted down one of his political rivals who fled to Mexico just to have him killed. It's like, okay, he's in Mexico now. He ain't doing nothing to you. He's just going to have him killed anyways, right? And it's like Stalin, I mean, Stalin's a pretty clear-cut case of a psychopath, right? I think most people can agree on that. And he's not exactly a merciful individual, and he's clearly extremely paranoid, or was, because, you know, he's dead now. But, I mean, you get an individual like Kim Jong-un, he's kind of goofy, you know? I don't know, he doesn't really scare me. He doesn't scare a whole lot of people either. Really, it's more like North Korea scares people, but the leader, you don't think of him as like this, you know, Fallout 4 kind of enemy. Speaking of Fallout, this is the moment in the stream where things get real, and I think it's funny because right as I say that, I see 2 people leave the chat. So it's like we're about to have the main event here, and then immediately cuts out. So that's kind of, I mean, that's sort of ironic. Nonetheless, my friends, we are about to embark on a great journey. No, we're not going to activate the Halo rings. We're going to do something much better. Cue the music. We're about to get started.
I like men, I'm gay as hell.
Yep. We're playing the homosexual song right here. Last of the Mo Freakins. Alright. Now.
I'm gay as hell.
Yup, just weird music in the background. It don't have to make sense. It just has to be there. Let's do this. For starters, nukes? Oh, you betcha, Caden Barker. My friend, you bet there are nukes. Now, we're gonna be putting the chat here in charge of everything. We got laws, we've got nukes, we've got military forces. Now, we're not gonna jump straight to nukes because we want to have a little bit more background fun first. We're gonna start with injection of money into the economy. I'm gonna drop egg prices because, you know, why not? And then I'm gonna also allow you to come up with a law for me to pass. That is right. You are going to be the one coming up with a law, and we're gonna pass it. And as long as you don't say something like extremely vulgar or horrifying, then we're gonna add it. Okay, it can be horrifying, just not like you know, Holocaust or something. Alright. Let me drop the egg prices while you think about that. We're going to drop it down to 0.3. That's right. 30 cents for a dozen eggs. You're welcome, America. You are welcome. Oh, we can also appoint some individuals. So, as you can see, I've got my list of my cabinet right here. We're going to add, let's see who we can add. Let's go Billy the Eagle. Office Minister of Nobodies. Then we're gonna add Caden Barker to the cabinet. Office. Alright, Barker, what you want your title to be? Well, you also come up with some laws and whatnot. Can put it all into one message. I'll put him as appointee of hard decisions. That makes sense. That's right. Beautiful. Absolutely incredible. While we wait for that, let's get another song in here. Sensei Ninja. The songs in this game are unironically good. I'll say that. While you come up with a law for me to write, I'll go ahead and take a little walk around. Amazing. Let's print some money out. Magnificent. Just know if you don't get that law written out in like the next 15 seconds, which in real life is actually 25 seconds because of the delay, then I'm just gonna come up with one myself. I'm actually not sure. Can I remove laws? I would hope so, considering you can write them so fast. I'll clear my notifications there. That already went viral. Oh, we don't want to do that yet. Pass a law. I can't. I don't think I can remove a law. It's kind of stupid. You'd think if you can make laws in the same game, you'd be able to destroy them, but apparently not. Evidently not. Still waiting on that law to be passed. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Actually, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna go get a drink before you finish here. Maybe that'll give you enough time. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. Well, there's no law, so... how unfortunate. Guess I'll have to think of one myself, then. Let's see. What can we come up with? Let me think. Let's see. Let's say, Ooh! I got an idea. Alright. I'm not gonna say it out loud. Instead, I'm just going to type it out, and then I'll read it after the fact. That's what I'm going to do for each of these. Let's see here. All VTubers. You can't get drunk inside a bar? Oh. Okay, come up with one just a little bit late. I'll do that after this. Can't get drunk inside a bar? Specifically, the place where you do get drunk is the place where you can. Okay. That sounds like my kind of stupid idea. My only problem with the laws in this game is you can't get rid of them. So, like, I'm just going to see that every time. But I guess I can just ignore it. Alright. All VTubers using a social media platform like YouTube, Twitch, or Kick must reveal their face. Here we go. So let's see here. My problem is I gotta scroll through all these damn things now. Because they're here. Okay. All VTubers using a social media platform like YouTube, Twitch, or Kick must reveal their face at least once on their platform. No more dudes using female voice modulators. Also, Trump is your king. There you go. Wish the world could see this. It's beautiful, isn't it? WX analyst, you even know what a VTuber is? I had this feeling like you were questioning the logic of it. Like you don't know what it is. For context, in case you don't know, a VTuber is essentially, it's a virtual YouTuber, right? So it's somebody who's using an avatar, like an anime avatar essentially, as their face cam. So it's not them. It's just an animated figure that moves. And it matches their movement, right? Follows their movement. And then a lot of these people have voice modulators. So, for example, you can get a dude and he sounds just like a 14-year-old girl. It's weird, right? It can be even weirder than you think as well. And so there you go. That's the law right there. Written in bold text. In fact, I typed the last part in all capitals. Okay, next thing. You can't get drunk inside of a bar. You gotcha. I declare, let's go with any citizen within the age range of 0 to 107. We'll go with that. Actually, let's be a little more fair. 93. Any citizen within the age range of 0 to 93 is unable and dismissed from the presence of, let's make up a word real quick, just in case. I'm not sure if this is made up. A licorice bar. Therefore, one is not allowed to be drunk within a bar's 8-mile. No. Let's go with 0. I'll just say the bar's vicinity. In other words, one can be slightly tipsy, but any individual with a breathalyzer score of 0.02, That's right. I'm going to contradict myself a little bit. Will be arrested if found within the vicinity of a bar. Of a public bar. Let's go with that. There you have it. I have a tendency of making obscure laws that make no sense, but wording them in the manner in which they sound like they may make sense. There we go. So let's take a look. Let's review this again. Let's since there's a new person in chat, I'm going to read the previous one as well. All VTubers using a social media platform like YouTube, Twitch, or Kick must reveal their face at least once in their platform. No more dudes using female voice modulators. And also, Trump is your king. There you have it. Next one. Any citizen within the age range of 0 to 93 is unable and dismissed in the presence of a liquorous bar. Therefore, one is not allowed to be drunk within a bar's vicinity. In other words, one can be slightly tipsy, but any individual with a breathalyzer score of 0.02 will be arrested if found within the vicinity of a public bar. There you have it. We're bringing back somewhat prohibition. There you are. And for anybody going, well, my grandmother's 94... My great-grandmother's 95, right? They've earned it, okay? Hell, they're probably not going to be on this planet any longer anyways. They get drunk, they're going to die immediately. Die on the spot. I mean, people are going to start calling them suicide bars real quick. Imagine if that became a thing, right as I'm saying. I'm sure it is a thing, actually, now that I'm thinking of it. I don't know. I don't usually think about bars and elderly people dying in them, but I don't know, maybe I should. Maybe I should ponder that more. From chat, any more ideas for obscure laws? Anybody have anything? I'll be happy to add it to the list here. Some of my ones from previous times are stuff like, let's see here, all citizens of the United States are hereby required to watch at least 3 Star Wars movies every single year. Any who defies this law is eligible for deportation according to Article 6 of the U.S. Constitution. There you are. There you have it. That's a previous law. That's from a YouTube video I have on my channel. It wasn't from earlier on the stream, though. Alright, well, while everybody thinks of potential laws, I'm going to mess with the national budget a little bit. I'm thinking we're going to put... Let's take a look here. Oh, yes. Absolutely fantastic. $300 billion in oil companies. Ain't that magnificent? 10 billion. 10 billion. 10 billion. 10 billion. We're gonna hit another 50 billion. 50 billion with a plus little percentage of error leading up to around 350 billion in oil companies. That is what I like to see. Petroleum companies are ruining your country. Bullet trains, they're bah humbug. Right, we don't do that. We don't do bullet trains and efficient transportation. No, we do oil companies. And I'm going to put $350 billion into them because that's what I think I should do. And anybody who defies this will be deported. Now that we understand each other, remember everybody, Trump brought back football. He said it himself. I actually watched a meme of him earlier saying that he brought back football. That wasn't like a recent thing. I'm pretty sure he said that in like 2016. But there you have it. We're putting $10 billion into football. Why would anybody pay $10 billion for that? I don't know. DOGE is probably going to start cracking down on that real soon, but it don't matter because I control DOGE. I am DOGE. I control the narrative, and so I control you. In fact, speaking of controlling the narrative, let's control the narrative a little bit more here, shall we? Let's take a look here what we can type up. Whew. I brought... Let's take a look. I'm just going to spell stuff wrong. That's fine. I brought football back. And anyone who says I didn't will get my foot so far up their anus. They won't see straight. Ain't that beautiful? Now that looks like... Oh, and then we're going to hit them with a hashtag in there, too. Let's get them with Vance and Drag. Absolutely fantastic. Now watch the replies pile up. Biden's stuck in autopilot. Trump's hair probably has a contract with Bassa? I don't think I get that joke. Biden's mind is stuck in 2008. I wouldn't say that. Probably, I would say more along the lines of like 2000 BC, for the sake that it's deteriorated massively and should not exist any longer. Right? I mean, by now you'd think it'd be gone, but apparently it's not. Let's see what else we got here. Y'all really think Biden's running this country? Bruh, he's just a puppet pulling strings like... What? He's just a puppet pulling strings like a marionette. I don't... That's what we call a dangling modifier, right? Dangling string... Like, pulling strings like a marionette. That implies that he's pulling the strings. But you said he was a puppet. So he's not pulling his own strings. Somebody's pulling his strings for him, right? Let's not be ridiculous here. Got my car to levitate. Still waiting for the patent. And what's his name again? Uh-huh. Well, I'm afraid I'm going to be sending the FBI to assassinate this man. I mean, make him go missing. We're sending him to Guantanamo. That's what's going on. He may not get there in time. He may not get there at all. But it's fine. Nobody can check his report. What are they going to do? Look for his cell? He never arrived in the first place. Let's see. Where do lost socks go? The laundry machine. Next question. Let's take a look. Biden said what now? He said nothing. I didn't talk about Biden. Biden's brain needs a reset button. You know, I would comment on the fact that everybody's bringing up Biden and it's irrelevant. But that's kind of like... I mean, that's what... If we're talking about real stuff here, that's what Trump does in real life. He'll be talking about literally anything. It could be anything at all, right? And I think he's fine. I like hearing him talk. Maybe not ramble. I don't like hearing him ramble, but I do like hearing him give, you know, a general overview of what's going on in a particular setting or place. But it's like, one thing he has a tendency of doing is, it'll be something totally irrelevant, absolutely not even close to what's going on with what he's talking about, right? He'll be talking about coal, he'll be talking about nuclear power, he'll be talking about warfare, he'll be talking about the freaking moon, okay? And he'll bring up Biden somehow, okay? Like, at this point, I'm convinced that it's some sort of... It's one of two things. It's like a tsundere relationship in an anime, where it's like he secretly is in love with Biden, and he just, you know... He insults him every chance he gets to, I guess, alleviate that. Or, second of all, he has a contract with Biden to where it's like Biden votes for him and then Trump also gets to make fun of him whenever, you know. If, like, I don't know, Biden gets a lifetime subscription to Dairy Queen or something for free. I don't even know. I don't know what the contract would look like. I just know that every time he speaks, literally every time he gives a speech, he brings up Biden. Every time. Like, it don't even have to be relevant. I think he was talking... I mean, it's every time he talks to any individual, any political figure. He may not even say Biden's name, but he'll bring up the incompetence of the previous administration. He does it every time, without fail. And it's like, it's fine, right? Like, I like hearing him talk, but he brings it up every time. It's gotten old, right? Like, the man memes on Biden more than people memed on him during his administration. It's incredible, right? Like, millions of jokes and memes made about Joe Biden doesn't even compare to how much Trump has made fun of him. It's not even close. So, yeah, that's what's going on here. Anyways, we're done with the laws and whatnot. We're getting the military because I want to go send troops and kill a bunch of people for no reason. Also, something I want to point out, it's kind of funny in this game, is it allows you to specify the gender of the soldiers you're sending. See me. And in the genders, you have male, female, transgender, and even gay. Gay's not a gender, right? Like, this one is arguable, right, of, like, its existence as a gender itself. But, like, it's in the name, at least. This is just not even relevant, right? And then you have male and female, obviously, which, by the way, it's kind of funny that you specifically, like, I'm going to send 2 million female soldiers, right? Like, you don't blend them into together, right? You specifically send this group and that group, right? It's segregated based on sex, like sports is, you know. Maybe segregated is not the right connotation for it. I'd say just separated. I mean, technically they mean the same thing, but they have two separate connotations, right? One, people usually think of prejudice or racism, and the other, they just think of dividing two things. Alright, let's see. Well, chat, everybody in chat right now. I normally don't say chat, because, you know, I'm not talking to that many people, and also it's kind of cringy when people do that. Kinda. I mean, it makes sense when you're dealing with like 1,000 people and you're talking fast. But anyways, what do you think we should do? We should send troops into, like China or something? What are we doing next? Willing to hear it. And then, once we send troops in, you know what this beautiful big red button here is. Let me play some music here. Oh, this was in the game before. That's right. China, you got it, friend. United States nuclear launch software for teaching folks Western values. That's right. I'm gonna shove the Western values right up your anus. And then it's going to detonate. And then everybody's going to die, and there's going to be a nuclear winter, and everyone across the world's going to get killed from pollution. Alright. All the gays to battle the sacrifice. Okay. Dude, I wonder... I know it's going to be extremely inaccurate, but I wonder what happens if I look up how many gays in America... What am I gonna find? Okay. 4.6%. That sounds about right. Yeah. I mean, I'd say it's about right. I was expecting way worse. Like, 20%. Or 10%, or even 1% would be inaccurate, right? But I'd say like 4.6% makes sense. All right, let's see. Military, gay. So it's kind of funny because this option is the only option that allows both male and female. You know what I mean? Like, you could argue this one. But, like, we're not arguing that one. But, like, this one allows both. Because it technically applies, like, they don't say lesbian or gay, but, I mean, technically they do mean the same thing. Because it's an informal term anyways, right? Okay. He said all the gays, so... I don't want to do math right now. 4.6% out of 380 million people. We're just gonna go with... I mean, they don't even all have to be gay, right? We can just accuse, like, 3 million people of it, and then those could be our extras, and then maybe, like, 2 million of them actually were, and we're just hiding it really well, and then 1 million of them weren't, and it's whatever, you know, they'll fight with their gay brethren or whatever. Alright, 10 million. It's probably... Sure, let's get us a nice, like, let's go with 35 million. That's right. We're sending them all. And we're sending them to China, right? Now I gotta say, China's got more people, but you know what we've got? Gay power. I'm gonna use that in the worst possible context. It's gonna be funny. It's gonna be very amusing. We're sending it into China. I know, really mature. And they're gonna do our bidding. It's gonna be wonderful. Where else do you want to invade? Everybody in chat. By everybody, I mean WX, Caden Barker, and whoever else is here. This is magnificent. What are we thinking, everybody? Japan? Oh, you said Russia first. Yeah, we're not doing Japan. Well, I mean, I guess they said that they didn't say we had to invade it. They just said send troops to. So we're just sending troops into Japan, right? And the U.S. pretty much is the Japanese military, so... I mean, not Japanese military, but is the military for Japan. So it makes sense. Alright. We're going to Russia first. We're getting on the march, boys. I hope you're ready for the cold. It's not going to be fun. Let's see. I'm being an idiot and I already passed it. There it is. Alright. Sending male soldiers. 15 million. Or no, we're gonna put it in the thousands. We're gonna say 350,000. And then we're gonna back Japan up. Let's go find it. Let's go female soldiers. We're gonna send 5,000 female soldiers and 20,000 male soldiers. And then for good measure, we're gonna send 2,000 gays. That's right. There you have it. WX analyst Caden Barker. There you have it. Just sent troops to Russia and Japan. Japan for defense, Russia offense. Good work, everybody. We're doing a good work. Somebody just left the chat. I don't think they like the decision to send troops to both these countries. Alright. You know what time it is now, right? That's right. What country? What country you want to nuke? And how many nukes should we send? Just, you know, the limit is 10. So, we can't do more than that. Otherwise, I just bomb the crap out of one country and erase that section of the freaking globe. Let's cease the jazz music temporarily. There we are. Alright. Go ahead. Choose our victim. Choose our target. All? That may be kind of hard. Nigeria? Why Nigeria? What are you thinking, like... I don't know if that's, like, appropriate to... All? I mean... Can't argue with that. Alright, we'll send one to each country. We'll send, like, 3 to the ones we... How about we target our enemies first, alright? Let's start with, like, where do you want to start? Assuming you know who the U.S.'s quote-unquote enemies are. Alright, we got this. Russia? You got it. Oldest trick in the book, nuking Russia. You want 5 nukes? 5 sound good? Ow. It's 5 sound. I mean, it's a yes or no questions. I couldn't imagine it'd take longer than like 0.5 seconds to type out a reply. Oh, that's right. I suppose it is delayed. I mean, I think I've said it by now. Oh, I definitely said it by now. I'm launching 5. Oh, yes, approve. Okay. Let's do this. Here we go, my friend. I'm going to cue the theme first. 1 second. Let me see. I had it here. I lost it. Oh, where'd it go? Dude, I just had it too. Here it is. It's nuking time. Submit. We're sending them. Also, I just sent 10 there. I meant to send 5, but it's okay. There it goes. It's funny you can't even hear it from here. I mean, I know it's incredibly far away, but like, I mean, I can see it from here, so. Alright, next up, I already know what you're going to say, China. Goodbye. Goodbye, China. Long live the king. Maybe I gotta get more in character to say it. Give me a sec. Long live the king. Was that good enough? Not sure. Yeah, the UK? Screw it. You guys would fix your immigration policy. Here, me check them out. We're gonna hit them with 2. Fix your immigration. There we go. You'll be fixing crap after this. There we go. What was that? Like one of them just had a little bit of interception, but it didn't work. God bless America. That's for the Revolutionary War, guys. We're not over it yet. We should have been. We were, but I'm not. So there you go. That's the consequence. My Twitch chat told me it wasn't my fault. It's not even Twitch chat. It's on YouTube. You know what's kind of funny? The top left of my screen has been plagued with these stupid controls for the treadmill the whole time. Haven't even been on the treadmill for like 45 minutes. Alright. Where you want to nuke next? I'm surprised you haven't said North Korea or something. Canada? I feel like I should have saw that coming. We're just taking out all our allies, aren't we? We're keeping Japan around, though. Okay? We're not nuking them. Besides, they're denuclearized anyways. It's not like they're gonna nuke us. There you go. 2 to Canada. I mean, that's really all you need, right? It's 2 nukes. Because 1 isn't really enough. 3, 4, I mean, that's kind of just overkill, especially with an area with such a condensed population. What are we going to nuke, the ice caps, you know? We're targeting freaking Ontario. Oh, copyrighted music almost just started playing. It's okay. I stopped it before it could. Alright. Well, we are doing the Lord's work right here. What's next? Let me at him. I want at him. Not myself, though. I don't want myself. I'm not nuking myself. Just saw Ethiopia. Just randomly. I don't know why my eyes locked onto that. We got Honduras. We got Guyana. We got Israel. Kenya. Kyrgyzstan. Laos. Malawi. I think it's Malawi. New Zealand. Nicaragua. Panama. North Korea. Yes, sir. Let me try to find. This is probably the hardest one to find. I don't know why it's so difficult. Here. You gotta go down to Korea and then north. Okay. We're hitting them with 3 just to be sure. I know I just said it's a little bit overkill, but not really for them. And those 3 nukes are gonna detonate their nuclear arsenal. Oh, and the beautiful sunset, too. God rises the sun, and we lay the sun down. That's a killer quote right there. I would also play that as a pun, but I feel like the joke kind of sold itself given the fact that I just blew up like, 200 million people. Did you think I just meant in North Korea? No. I mean in the previous places. In fact, it's definitely way more. We definitely just killed probably like, I'd say 300 million people at least. Somewhere around that. Yeah, London is gone, so there's that. Let's see what else we get. Then Mexico? I feel like I should have suspected that you would say that. Alright. Mexico, I'm sorry, you have a present president, but it ain't gonna matter. 2 nukes, done. Crawl out to the fallout, baby. We'll drop those bombs. Uranium fever. I'm just gonna go down the entire list of Fallout songs until we're bored. Alright. That's another one. Who else are we nuking? Here, I'm gonna call Putin up to see if he's still alive. Hopefully we didn't nuke any of our own troops. Oh yeah, he's cool. He's good. I'm gonna drink all this soda. Feel a little peckish. I know. I'm not hungry, I'm just thirsty. Why would I use peckish instead of thirsty or dehydrated? Well, it's because I'm trying to be pretentious. I just consumed thousands of calories. Thousands, I say. Why Germany next? I mean, like, your wish is my command, right? But just kind of questioning the selection here. It's like we're picking all of our allies right after we picked all our enemies. Hell, heck, we knew we'd pick half our enemies. Let's see. Let's go with, he said Germany. Right there. Boom. They're finished. Done. Done for. And so the sun sets upon them, my friend. What a shame. What a damn shame. They just couldn't last. They weren't fit to survive. It wasn't them. Well, we have truly reached a dreary world. Man, I can see the nuclear fallout from here. Jesus. Sky's dark, everything's sad. It's funny, nobody's reporting on it. All the reporters are dead. Iran? I'm surprised you didn't think of that one earlier. Alright. Let's see. This one's kind of hard to narrow down. Here, there it is. Iran. You know what? We're just gonna go all out. 10 nukes. Done. Finished. Deleted. Just like with China, except with China it was an accident. No more hooties. No more hoot. No more birds or parrots or anything of the sort. They're just gone. I like how somebody joins right as I say that. It's like the worst thing to come in and out of context with that. Well, they are dead. There's no survival after this. I mean, we've reached a new stage of just total annihilation. There is nothing left for these fools. Absolutely jack crap. And yeah, I mean, I'm feeling it right now. I am feeling like an accomplished man, like an accomplished president, in fact. In fact, after murdering probably like somewhere between 300 million and 700 million people, I think I'm going to run my treadmill a little bit. I think that's what I'm going to do. You know, given the context, I think I've probably killed somewhere close to 1 billion people by now, if not 1 billion. I mean, we nuked Canada, we nuked the UK, Mexico, Iran, China especially, Russia. What else? North Korea. We're just stacking them up. I think we nuked one other place. Germany. We nuked Germany. So yeah, we've definitely reached over 1 billion people. We've probably killed I'd say 1.5 billion people. It's pretty good. It's pretty good numbers. Just racking up our kill count like a horror movie villain. Except, manner that's somehow way worse than any villain you could possibly imagine. Solves overpopulation. I'm not sure if you ever took anything like this in school, but the thing about developed countries is that they eventually reach a stage, just like with Japan, they reach a stage where their population actually starts to decrease and their birth rates become too low as the country, and it's caused by a variety of factors, but one of the main things is that their culture promotes making money, getting jobs, and education way more than basic needs like reproduction. And it sounds good on paper until you realize that population is directly linked to every positive thing within a country, right? So theoretically, if I have 20 million people, right, well, let's say because half of those people are most likely going to be elderly, children, or babies, right? Plus the disabled in there. I mean, majorly disabled, not they're missing one arm, right? So if you count all of those people combined, that would probably be half the population. Or even if you're being really generous, you've got 12 million people who aren't under those groups, right? So now if I have 12 million people, that's 12 million people doing jobs. Well, now what happens when I have a country where there's, let's say, 20,000 people? Okay? Now that population's going to have basically the exact same ratio, except now you got 9,000 people doing jobs in a full country. Well, how do you run a country with 9,000 people? The answer is you usually don't. And the only times those are the case are with microstates, and most microstates are usually rich countries, right? Monaco, guess what? There's maybe 1,000 people, and a bunch of them are the guards for, I guess, their prince or king. I'm not really sure what he is, right? Their leader, essentially, if you even want to call him that. And it's okay, it's it's a rich country. It's hardly even, it's not a country that's involved with a whole lot of stuff, It's kind of just its own thing. No one really cares about it, right? The Vatican, that's a bit different. Vatican's more call it a headquarters, if you will, right? That's not so much a full-blown country that it, has production and industry at heart, obviously, right? I'm not sure how what the... Okay, I don't know how I got over here, but I'm going to mess with this now. I'm not really sure how much money Bahrain has. I mean, you'd think it'd be a decent amount given oil and whatnot, but I'm not sure. That's real freaking mature. Okay. Jesus, disorienting. Dang. Okay. Suddenly all the music stopped and now it's like eerily quiet. Besides the sound of my voice, of course. Can we get our jazz back? I want my jazz back. I don't know where it went. It's sad. It's making me sad. There we are. Wonderful. Alright. Ball's over there. Let's get the fire extinguisher up. Let's get this fire out. Obviously the joke being, you know, everybody setting Teslas on fire. This is supposed to be a Cybertruck. So the joke pretty much speaks for itself. And then the front of it's basically like a MAGA hat. I'm not sure if that's what they were going for, but the red head definitely reminds me of that. Alright. Hit him with it. Come on, get it in there. You can do it. There we go. Alright. How's everyone's days going in chat right now? Hopefully well. Mine was tiresome, but it was pretty average. Tomorrow I think is going to be a bit exhausting, however. Just because there's a lot of stuff going on. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do tomorrow. I thought I was going to stream tomorrow, and then I was like, oh yeah, I can stream today. So then I did, as you can obviously tell. So, I'm not really sure. But I don't know. Jeez, I'm getting flipped over and whatnot. I don't know. I think I'll try to record a video tomorrow, and I kind of want to do a Gmod video. So that's what I'm going to do, I think. Because I haven't done a Gmod video in a while, despite the fact that Gmod is literally my... I mean, it's my prime thing, right? Not only is role-playing my main thing, and I don't know if it's what I'm known for. Matter of fact, I'm probably... If anybody knows me from anything, it's probably more for the fact of all the anime stuff I do. Because if you look at the videos that are watched the most on my channel, it is always the anime-related stuff. Right, so Death Note, but it's FNAF, the anime romance tier lists, pretty much all my anime tier lists, as a matter of fact, are my most watched videos. Which is kind of ironic, because, like, when you think about what you think on paper people will like, usually you wouldn't think that the thing they'd like would be you pretty much jabbering about a random subject with no gameplay or anything in the background, and very little editing. It's just me and the sound of my beautiful fan on my computer in the background. It's like, normally you wouldn't think on paper that's what people would be entertained by, but it is. And, I mean, you can't argue with what the people want, obviously. But, like, I don't know, it's interesting with how it works. Like, I can slap on a tier list video, and then roll with that. But it's like, I much prefer doing gameplay, because I usually think that gameplay's more fun. Dang, I'm doing flips and whatnot while I'm freaking trying to hit this thing. Okay, but it's like, I prefer playing video games, obviously. I have negative 240 points. We're done here. Oh, pressed the wrong button. Exit vehicle, please. There we go. Jeez. It's got me disoriented. Alright. But, here, let me collect my money. Dang! Okay, yeah, we are at an insurmountable amount of money right now. We're at, so for my wallet alone, we're at $1,205,900. That's what I like to see right there. We're going to stop embezzling money now. We've done enough embezzling. Oh, that's a nice even number. You see that? $1,208,800. That is gorgeous. There's no nuclear winter outside. How about that? Just nuked like 8 countries. No consequences. Smells like freedom. Man. Can you guys in chat smell that? I smell it. Smells like democracy. It really does. You know, and with half of the world's landmass gone, I can say for a matter of fact, those children in Africa that have no water, they're about to have a lot of water. So, can't promise it'll be fresh water, but you know, we can steal it from the Chinese, and by Chinese I mean the burnt corpses of the Chinese, and then give it to the kids in Africa. I think they'll like that. But Mr. President, the poor are in other places, not just Africa. Well, what other places? Tell me what other places, because if there are other places, I can always nuke them to make sure they're not there, so then I'm not wrong. Right? Self-fulfilling prophecy, you know what I'm saying? If I nuke the place, then there's no more poor kids there. I know. It's an incredible solution. What's everyone think of that? I know, I mean, that's my prime solution. You just go in, you kill them all. Now there's no more poor people. No more rich people. No more class division. Boom, you just fixed your economic problems. When there's no people to have those problems, you don't have them. How about that? Extinction level events solve humanity's problems. Man, you know the funny thing about it, it's kind of true in a different sense. More in a practical sense. I don't mean like nuking everybody. That doesn't really help anyone. But, you know, aliens invade the planet. I'd classify that typically as an extinction level event. But, on the plus side, everybody unites under one flag in order to stop the threat. I'd say that's a win, right? I'm gonna drink this soda. In fact, I'm gonna get a whole lot of things. I'm gonna get a milkshake, and a hot dog, and another hot dog, and another hot dog. Oh no, we're gonna get a whole lot of hot dogs. That sounds wrong when I say it out loud, and I'm gonna stop now. Oh yeah, every last calorie. I want more. Another. Then another. Then another. Beautiful. And no more glizzies. Good work, everybody. Man, I bet Kim Jong-un likes me after that. Eating all the hot dogs. That's probably the dumbest law I've ever seen in the country, is it being illegal to eat a hot dog in North Korea. Like, what an obscure and random law, you know? It's like, who cares? What does that have to do with anything? You're just limiting freedom just because you can. You know, there's no reason to. That's kind of North Korea's MO. Just randomly limiting freedoms for no apparent reason. It's like, oh, hey, can't wear sunglasses indoors. Why? I don't know. There's no reason for it. You just can't. Like, they're looking for an excuse to arrest you. It's like, okay, if your whole country's in prison, who the hell's going to work for you? The answer is nobody. Nobody is going to work for you. It is not a long-term plan that is going to work out in any capacity. Pretty much the only thing that keeps them in line is, you know, fear. And indoctrination. That's pretty much the big one. I'm feeling like nuking somebody again. Maybe I should hit like a randomizer or something. Oh, right, there's a random on here. Let's do that. Random country. Belarus. Let's do it. One nuke. You guys already suffered Chernobyl, right? It's a nuclear power plant. It's not a nuke, but you're about to taste a nuke. And it'll taste very good, my friends. Very good. I promise it will. Wow, that one's much brighter than the usual ones. There's a chain reaction. I'm going to take a screenshot of that. It's beautiful. I'm going to keep my window open, in fact, so I can blind myself every time I look outside. Random country. Netherlands, let's do it. 2 nukes. Well, I'm just going to become totally evil. Uzbekistan, we don't even need to use 2 nukes on that. Just use 1. Heck, we could probably just drop a Moab on them. That'd be good enough. Next, Mongolia. Let's be real. What has Mongolia done since, what, the 1500s? I'd say, if even that. I don't even think it's been that. I don't even think it's that recent. Maybe 1400s. Because, obviously, Genghis Genghis Khan wasn't alive the entire time, obviously. But I think his son took power. I'm not sure if it was his son or not. Maybe I'm mixing up leaders. Maybe. I'm not sure. I think it was his son that took power. Either way, you can't obviously sustain an empire of that size, so especially given the time. So they failed, but obviously they didn't fail instantaneously, right? So it'd take a couple decades or more to get the Mongolian Empire to fully collapse. So I think that drags out their relevance by a couple decades at least. Alright, random country. Zimbabwe, sure thing. You're talking about overpopulation, WX analyst. This is it. Dealing with the problem. Belgium, you wouldn't even need 2 nukes. Very small portion of land. People in the rural areas are the only problems. The Marshall Islands? Why would I nuke that? No. Argentina? I don't know. Argentina's fine, I guess. Guinea-Bissau? No. Timor-Leste? Nuke 'em. Pakistan? Nuke 'em. If we nuke them, we gotta nuke India too. Democratic Republic of the Congo? 2 nukes. Oh, I accidentally moved to the next one. That's fine. Eswatini? Nuke 'em. Syria? We can take control of that. That's fine. Ukraine? We'll leave them alone. Kazakhstan? Nuke 'em. Sri Lanka? Do we even need to nuke them? I mean, they're basically dead already. We're gonna hit them anyways. There we go. Yemen, nuke 'em. Turkey, nuke 'em. Palau, nuke 'em. Vatican, I almost just nuked them. We can keep them. Ain't like they're a military threat to us. Mauritania, nuke 'em. Maldives, nuke 'em. I almost just nuked Japan. You don't want to do that. Bahrain, nuke 'em. One more. India. There you go. Perfect. 5 nukes. Nuke 'em. There you go. We just solved overpopulation. I know. It wasn't really a problem. But now it's never going to be a problem. Because the whole world's about to be a nuclear fallout. Oh yeah, let the bombs drop, baby. Even more than before. Right on top of each other, too. Because that was necessary. We're drilling a hole into the ground. That sweet, sweet oil. How long have we been doing this for? Let me get on my computer. Kind of disoriented me a little bit. Let me check this out. It's been 2 hours and 14 minutes. Okay, it's now pretty late here. Now I'm considering what I want to do. I could keep the stream going for another, like, 56 minutes. Or 46 minutes, I guess. Or I could just end the stream around this time and then just leave my computer open to get the achievement. Thing is, I just want to get the achievement on camera, but, like, I guess I can always just take a picture of it and then post it, right? The only thing is people don't usually see my posts, so I don't know. I mean, like, you guys obviously know that I've been here for 2 hours because you can check the time yourself. And then obviously, you know, if you're 2/3 of the way through an achievement, over 2/3 of the way through an achievement that's supposed to be 3 hours of just game time, then obviously I'm not just gonna suddenly back out of the game or something. Excuse me. So, I don't know. Oh my god, I almost just vomited in my mouth. That was bad. Okay. What do you think, WX analyst? Should I keep it going for the next, 43 minutes? Or do you think I should just end it in, 5? And then just let my computer do it? I can do either. In the meantime, I'm going to put this on.
I miss your Musk.
It's beautiful, isn't it? Magnificent.
The man I always dreamed
I'm gonna make a post on Twitter too.
wish we could be free to be who we truly are. Two gay men who live on Mars. We have the world, but we don't have each other. You were always more than just a brother. I miss your Musk. I miss your Musk. I miss your Musk.
I'd say it's pretty good. Hashtag orange chicken. There you go. Perfect. And we're just gonna clean up. Yep. That's right. There you go. Blast the music. Clean it up. India's next. $20,000 troops. Let's add some female troops in there. 3,000. Like, I'm just listening to music casually on Air Force One after nuking basically the rest of the world, and then also sending military troops to clean up the stragglers and secure whatever's left. Yep, nothing like committing war crimes on a Thursday. It's beautiful. Truly. Sending troops to Belarus. That's ours too. Let's send some people to... You know what? We're gonna nuke Australia as well. There you go. No more dangerous animals. Not from there, at least. Talking about overpopulation, WX analyst Caden Barker, and we just fixed it forever. In fact, we kind of went in the total opposite direction, and now population can't raise enough. But do not fret, my friend. For us in the United States, we're going to build a great dome, and nobody builds domes better than me. And when we build that great dome, we will be protected from every last droplet and every last bit, every last wave of radiation. Okay, it's gonna be like a dystopia movie, right? Where we're all huddled into one giant dome, and that dome is this grand utopia, and then outside of that dome is a nightmarish hellscape that only somebody like Scott Cawthon could picture in his nightmares, right? And so it'll be fantastic, and nobody will question it ever. Nobody will have any problems. Everywhere else, will be an absolute hellscape. All the United States of America, with the exception of Detroit and Cleveland, should be clean. Should be good. Maybe some bad parts of New York, East St. Louis, Chicago, and many other backwater sections, but we'll get those fixed. Alright? We'll focus on fixing that. Wow, the music really got loud all of a sudden. We'll focus on fixing that, my friends, I swear. And when we fix those things, problems will suddenly start going away. And on the bright side, we're keeping New Guinea, the Philippines, and Japan around, so they don't gotta fear anything either. They can be nice utopias. Central African Republic, hit them hard. Yep, who's left? Brazil, hit them. Barbados, I don't know, Barbados is kind of nice, right? Yeah, I don't care. Here we go. Bangladesh, hit them hard. Almost hit the Bahamas on accident. That would have been bad. I do not want to nuke the Bahamas. We can keep that nice and pretty. Azerbaijan, gone. Armenia, gone. Algeria, gone. Burkina Faso, gone. Chad, now he's a simp, gone. Denmark, gone. Djibouti, do we even need a nuke for that? We'll just let them fester on their own. Let's see. Greece, they like holding out for a long time in war. We don't really want to deal with them, so we'll just nuke them. Haiti, we'll just, yeah, we don't, I mean, that'll also take out, you know, they'll take out their little neighbors, so we don't gotta worry about that. Got Malaysia. I blew up Malaysia. Make it happen. I'm pretty much just bombing everybody at this point. This world is now just hell. If it wasn't already, it is now. There you go. Ain't that beautiful? Oh, I can blow a kiss to this. I never realized that. How about that? Find something new every day. Learn something new every day, too. Getting bored with cold-blooded murder. As one does, you know. Yep. It's what feeling nothing feels like. There you go. It's gonna create a trail. It's like Dora the Explorer. Create a nice trail leading here. Dang it. Well, let me grab the one in here. Well, I'd say that about fixes our problems. Might need this later. I'm not even gonna joke about all that. Gain a little bit of weight. By a little bit, I mean a lot. This is it. I mean, this is pretty much what would happen if Patrick Bateman became president, right? Except I don't even think it'd be this bad. I mean, we've transcended evil, right? We've reached a new level. I'm sure Satan's scared of us too. We're kind of like Stinkmeaner in the Boondocks. It's kind of what we're like here. Alright. We're gonna nuke one more country. Afghanistan. Make it happen. Alright. That's about it. We're finished here. Let the music play.
The man I always dreamed I'd find. I wish we could be free to be who we truly are. Two gay men who live on Mars. We have the world, but
You like
we
Bob
don't
Caden,
have each
Barker?
other.
WX Analyst.
You
Everybody else in chat.
always more than just a brother.
We're like Bob here. We all like Bob. Said I wasn't gonna click on this earlier, but I decided we're out of options, so this is what we're going with. I know it's worse than you probably imagined. It just gets worse. I mean, we just nuked everyone in the world, and now we're blasting music, and that's about it. Yep, we just created Fallout in real life, except it's so much worse. It's not even beyond comprehension. It has transcended human thought, essentially. Well, that's it. I'm just gonna hire one by the hour. Not even by the hour. We're just gonna do one overnight. Slot booked. Yep, that's the sound of running water. For whatever godforsaken reason, nothing makes sense anymore. It's all empty. It's all sad. Got a trail of Coca-Cola cans and whatnot leading to the door from all the people we've killed. You know what I feel like right now that I just realized? I feel like Carl in Llamas with Hats, where he just kills more and more people and he does worse and worse atrocities. And then eventually he just reaches a point where he doesn't care. And then he just sets out to find Paul. And he finds Paul dead. And then he just kills himself. And that's it. That's what I feel like. I'm literally just Carl. Except, no meat dragons and horrifying scenes and hallucinations and whatnot. Just a lot of nuclear bombs and sadness. That's about it. Well, I'm going to call up... I'm going to call Biden, just check up on him, then we're going to end it here. Now I'm just going to leave my computer on, because I want that achievement, obviously.
Hello, you've reached Joe Biden's voicemail. I'm in at a meeting.
That's right. That is right. Indeed. He was a man of wise words. Now, he's a man in the only country that's left standing, basically. It's over. This is it. Man, I don't know why I'm sad in real life. I feel like I just killed everyone in real life. In the world. Okay, it's not that bad, right? Like, that's, immeasurably evil versus doing it in a video game, but yeah. We've done it. We've done it all, my friends. There's nothing left to do. I'm closing the laptop. Still got all these seconds of presidency. This has been a landslide and a roller coaster of emotions. Like how the flamethrower doesn't weigh me down more. Like, you'd think that'd be at least another 16 pounds. That's wallpaper worthy. Why is it not making noise? Can I just jump from here? That'd be nice. I mean, we've done it. We've done it all. It's over. Congratulations. We have become the most evil figure in history in a matter of 2 hours and like 20-something minutes. We've done it. Well, that's going to be it for this stream. I'm just going to keep my computer on and then get that achievement, and then I can just post it. And if people don't care, then it doesn't really matter anyways. That'll be all for this time. If you enjoyed this stream, please like, a comment, and check out the video I have on YouTube of this game. We're checking things out as fresh and new, and my reactions were much more amused by new things that I had never seen before. I think this time I've only seen like 2 new things that I didn't last time. That being one of them, and then I'm sure there was something else as well. So there you have it. That's going to be all. In the meantime, I mean, this is it. We are in a dark world now. We're in the darkest world. This is the dark timeline, okay? We have reached a timeline where, I mean, this is way worse than Fallout, right? This is another level of crap. All right, Fallout's got vault dwellers and vault tech and all these people adapted to the surface. We got nothing. And there's still news going on freaking U.S. television. On Fox News' poor man's brother.